Alright guys, so I bought two fake PS1 consoles from Aliexpress, and in this video we'll take a look at how similar they are to a real PS1, test them out, and then we'll also do a quick teardown to see what's inside. Now I bought two of these because they actually appear to be a bit different from each other. One is called a Game Station, it looks like the original PS1, and the packaging appears to be very similar to the PlayStation Classic, and the other one is basically a no-name that looks like a PS1 Slim, but the interesting part is that it includes a toy gun that looks like an NES Zapper, so that's interesting, and we'll see if that thing works, but they were both like $15 to $20, so nothing crazy, but let's go ahead and open them up and see what they sent us. So as you can see, I got two packages. I think this is the PS1 Slim, and this is the Game Station. So let's start with the Game Station and see what's inside. So as I'm opening up the top, I noticed a little Mario with a fireball on the side of the packaging. Not quite sure why, since it's a PS1, we shouldn't have Mario graphics. But I guess the thing is, most of these consoles just have, old like Famicom and NES games. So you know what game they definitely will not have on this fake PS1? I'll give you a few hints. It's fun, it's free, and it's the greatest mobile game of all time. It's Raid Shadow Legends. Use my QR code or links down below to download Raid yourself. It works on mobile phones or a PC. So Raid has this new boss that looks like it's straight out of a horror film. I mean, it's freaky. This new boss is called the Hydra, and it's a giant beast with multiple different heads. You've got the head of Blight, the head of Torment, the head of Mischief, the head of Wrath, the head of Decay, and the head of Suffering. Like I said, this thing is straight out of a horror film. Personally, my favorite part of Raid is summoning champions in the portal. You never know what kind of champ you're going to get, and I really mean that. With over 600 champions in the game, you're going to see some weird champs, some cool champs, and even a few that make you question your life choices. So what's new in Raid? Well, as usual, Raid is releasing a bunch of new champions along with a brand new Faction Wars script for the Shadowkin. And on top of that, there's a ton of new events and tournaments, including a special fusion event where you can get one of Raid's newest legendary champions. There's seriously never been a better time to get started, and if you use my link down below or scan the QR code on the screen, new players will get a free starter pack worth almost $30 to start your game. We're talking about a free champion, 200k silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refill, and 1 ancient shard so you can summon an awesome champion as soon as you get in the game. You'll find these rewards in your inbox in the next 30 days only. Once you're in, you can find me in-game under the name JRob00021, and if you're fast, you can join my clan. And it's that easy. Just click the link down below, and I'll see you in the game. So here we go. This is actually appears to not be the Game Station. This is the other one, I guess, the PS1 Slim. As you can see, you got your what appears to be like an NES Zapper, two controllers that look like a PS1 controller, obviously the PS1 Slim there, and then for whatever reason they decided to advertise Mario and Luigi on what looks like a tractor or something. It looks like a tractor to me. It's probably something else, but looks like a tractor. They got fireballs and a shell, and man, that's some interesting stuff. Not sure what TY168 means, but yeah. Oh, and of course they got the Mario Party graphics on the back. Super 8-bit game, new version with audio video cable. So I guess the old version did not come with the audio video cable. This is some interesting packaging. They're using like every bit of Mario here. I mean, what is this from? Super Mario Galaxy? I think so, because you got this little whatever that dude's name is. I don't know. They're taking stuff from every Mario game possible. And so here we go. There's actually some useful information on one side. You got 2 game pads, a game card, laser gun, cable AV, and transformer. So actually, that's nice. That includes a game card. I think what happens is you open up this disk drive right here, and there's not a disk drive there. It's just a game slot. So we'll try that out. And yeah. So package number 2. This one should be the Game Station. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. So I have it partially out of the packaging, and one annoying thing is they tape straight to the box. So if I rip the tape off, it's gonna rip the lettering off the box. Not that I really care that much about this box, but it's kind of annoying. Alright, so here's the Game Station, and as you can see, it looks pretty much like a PlayStation Classic box. It even says Game Station Classic at the bottom. Now it includes 1,000 games. I'm not sure if that includes any PS1 games to make it similar to a PS1 Classic. I'm guessing not, but we'll see. Yeah, Game Station 8-bit, 1,000 games, console, classic games collection. And then here in the back shows a bit more information. As you can see, you got your power button reset, just like the PlayStation 1, 2 controllers, and yeah, 1,000 built-in non-repeatable games. And it's funny that they have to advertise that, because I've seen a bunch of consoles that actually do repeat games. And it'll say 10,000 games, and you scroll through, and there's only like 50 different games, and they just repeat them a bunch of times. I don't know why they do that, but all right. 2 game pads, the charger, straight up, 3-in-1, really 3-in-1, 8 instructions, mainframe. I love the wording on these things. I mean, man, It's so bad it's funny, and sometimes it's just really blunt, the charger. Let's go ahead and open these things up and see what we have inside. So I already have the game station. We'll just start with this one, and then we'll do the PS1 Slim later. And boom, there we go. This thing is pretty small. I've never actually had a PlayStation Classic. I actually need to buy one and do a video on it. I mean, I kind of wanted one, but I saw the reviews and I held off because I think it started at $100. Eventually went down in price, but here it is. So as you can see, this game station looks really similar to an original PS1. Unfortunately, I don't have one to compare to right now, but I'll show some comparison images on the screen. But basically, it's got your little ridges on the side, just like the PS1. Got your power and reset. This one does not pop off. I think the other one, the disc tray, actually pops open. This one does not. And then, of course, you got your controller slots on the front. On the real PS1, you also have memory card slots. And here on the bottom, it actually looks pretty similar too. You got 4 rubber feet and these little vents. The back looks a bit different because you have different, different ports. You know, in one respect, it's actually kind of cool how these Chinese companies exactly replicate these real consoles, just in a smaller form factor. Kind of cute, you know. And then you got 2 controllers here. Man, these controllers are almost as large as the console itself. But, oh, they actually have a working trigger on the back. Most of the times, these do not have working triggers on the back. But you got your start, select, all that good stuff. And hopefully, there we go. All right. For a second, I thought there was not a power cable in here. So here's your manual. I'm going to look through here real quick and see if I see something interesting. So the main thing that comes to mind here is this number 1 says, never allow children play it alone, for it comes to the power using. I'll let you interpret that as you will, but that's just interesting to me. Here's your power and AV, and yeah. So on to the next one. We got the Super 8-bit game. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what we got. Man, this one... Oh, that is interesting. The color is way off. As you can see, it looks pretty, I don't know what to call it, a gray-white kind of mix there. This is like straight up light blue. It's not even close. I mean, it's kind of close, but you get what I'm saying. And really, they had to put it in styrofoam. Come on, man. I mean, I'm already not a fan of the packaging. Let's see what they got in here. So we got our little NES zapper. Not sure if it'll actually do anything, but I mean, it's kind of cool if it actually works in the NES games. We got, yeah, just our, standard stuff. There's no back buttons here, or no triggers. It actually says start, select. Got all that good stuff. A second one here. Of course, you got your power, AV. And so here it is. As you can see, it looks pretty much like a PS1 Slim. And I actually do have a PS1 Slim with me, so we'll do a comparison real quick. So like I mentioned, the first thing you notice is how different the colors are. Clearly, this one's like a grayish white. This one is like a light blue. You got the same buttons, though. You got your eject. Well, this one you have to press really hard for it to eject. Then you have a cartridge slot in there. Man, you got to press it really hard. You know, the PS1 Slim, the real one, the eject button is basically effortless. And then, of course, you have your power reset. And then, actually, this one has a power and a reset. This one is just power reset. And then here in the front, you got 2 controller ports. On the real one, you also have 2 controller ports, but also 2 memory card slots. And then here on the bottom, you got a bunch of vents that actually don't match up. And then you have real rubber feet on the real PS1. This one has spots for rubber feet, but there's not actually rubber feet there. So, yeah, that's nice. And then here on the back, they have different inputs, so not even close to being the same. So initial thoughts, I think the overall shape looks pretty similar on this console, but they actually did a pretty poor job of copying it because there's so many little things that are just blatantly off. Like, to be honest, I thought they would have put the vents exactly the same, but they didn't. And I think it's funny how they have the spots for the rubber feet, but they actually did not include them. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and test these things out. I have the PS1 Slim plugged in, and one thing to note is these controller cords are super short. It's like, I don't know, 2 feet long. Even the zapper got plugged in, it's like 2 feet long. So yeah, not sure if this zapper works, not sure how to work it. It's only got the trigger here, and as you can see on the screen, not doing anything right now. So let's go ahead and just scroll down through here and see what we got. So we got Contra 1, Super Mario Bros. Let's just try the classic Super Mario Bros. Just make sure it works. And as you can see, 1-player game. Looks pretty good, looks standard. Nothing wrong with it. And I wasn't paying attention and got hit by a Goomba. Classic. Every time I show these games on videos, I'm always paying attention to something else and get killed by a Goomba or something. But dude, he's moving fast. I don't recall moving that fast in the actual game. Maybe so, but dude, he's zooming. What in the world? Alright, so clearly that's working. I'm not sure I'm not gonna say how well it's working, but it is working. And one thing we gotta try out is this game slot right here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this thing said it came with a game, but clearly it did not. Luckily, I have a Famicom cartridge that we can try, because I think it is a Famicom cartridge slot. That's what people told me. So I'm gonna try that out. And as you can see, we got tons of games. And actually, I just noticed it says, what is that? 9,999,999 in one. Seriously? Let's go back the other direction and see if there's actually that many games here. Yeah, there are 9,999,999 games. Snow Bros. I'm sure they repeated these a bunch. Oh, I got Duck Hunt. Here we go. All right, it's our time to shine. It's time to test out this this gun. See if it works. It might work if I have a CRT TV, but it's not gonna work on my flat screen monitor. Yeah, actually you can see. So it is doing something, because you can see on the screen, it flashes whenever I click it. The screen flashes, but I can't aim because I'm using it on a a flat screen monitor rather than a CRT TV. So it doesn't actually work. But it might have potential. It might work. I can't tell you. I don't have a CRT TV to test it out right now. But that's interesting. It might be a cheap way to play Duck Hunt if this thing actually works. Let me know down below if you've had one of these things and if it works. I can't test it out right now, like I said, but that is really interesting. So clearly there's tons of other games to try. I mean, I'm not going to try them out. It's just standard NES and Famicom games. But I do have Super Mario Bros. 3 for the Famicom to try out on this slot right here. I bought this just for this purpose, and it fits. That kind of sounded a little janky. Let's go ahead and turn the power off, turn it back on. I guess we could have just done the reset button. And we'll see if it boots up this game. So far, no dice. I guess I can check the instructions real quick and see if it says something. So the instructions are useless and say absolutely nothing, so I'm honestly not sure if we can even play this game. I mean, clearly there's a slot there. But man, it's a piece of crap slot. And, oh, wait, it's doing something. I think. What is the screen doing right now? Alright, I'm gonna turn it back off and on. It's doing something, but whatever it's doing is not good. So clearly it's seeing something from my cartridge. You can see as I wiggle it, the screen kind of changes a little bit. So it's clearly seeing something, but it's, not a good enough connection to the pins, or maybe a bad cartridge. I've never actually tried this cartridge, but I'm assuming it's probably the console's issue, to be honest. And I'm actually not going to try to put that back in there because I don't want to ruin this game. But, I mean, it was worth a try. So for whatever reason, I was unable to screen record this console, but we got our PS1 Classic plugged in now, or PS1, whatever you want to call it. And as you can see, we got a Chinese, English. We're going to go English. And one thing to note, actually, they sent me the wrong power adapter, even though I said US plug. So that's disappointing. And as you can see, Super Mario Bros., a bunch of different Marios. Just like, they got this, it's like the same games every time, to be honest. So unfortunately, there are no PS1 games like I was hoping. Since this is modeled after a PS1 Classic, I was hoping they would have some PS1 Classic games, but unfortunately not. So of course, let's go ahead and give Super Mario Bros. A quick try, make sure it works, and, well, what in the world is going on? Apparently I don't know which buttons to press because I pressed some buttons and it selected a random game. There you go. Alright, so we're on Super Mario Bros. And let's go ahead and just give it the, good old try. And zoom. It's really hard to play with one hand. I'm sure there's somebody out there that's like an expert speedrunner with one hand, though. Let me know down below if that's you. But yeah, I mean, nothing special to it. Works just fine, and I keep dying from Goombas, but, nothing crazy. And something to note is that this console actually feels higher quality than the other PS1 Slim fake. It just, feels it. And actually, the controller that came with it has a 6-foot core instead of a 2-foot core, so that's nice. But, nothing special, to be honest, just a classic Famiclone. So real quick, I want to tear these down and see what's inside of them. So like I said, quick tear down. These things look pretty simple to open up. I see 4 screws in both of them. So I'll take the screws out, and then I'll come back and we'll see what it looks like on the inside. So we have them torn apart, and like I said, just 4 screws, super easy to take apart. Here's the regular PS1, and as you can see, super simple. Just some ribbon cables that connect 3 circuit boards. Nothing crazy. It's pretty similar on all of these, and then you got some switch action here to click the switches, as you can see. Cool stuff, but super basic. And then I also have the PS1 Slim top, pretty standard, just some switches. And then, as you can see, you got 3 circuit boards connected up via ribbon cables. Of course, one in the middle being the cartridge slot, which is a piece of junk, apparently. But, yeah, I mean, actually, this whole thing is a piece of junk. These circuit boards are not even screwed down. Wow. That's not surprising at all, but that's pretty disappointing. They're not even screwed down in there. No wonder this crap doesn't work. That's amazing. But yeah, I mean, I don't have much else to say. I honestly don't expect much less. But yeah, these consoles are always interesting to take a look at. I think clearly the PS1 Slim was lower quality, not even the right color. Circuit board's not screwed down, the cartridge slot doesn't work. But I mean, you know, this was like 15 bucks, the other one was like 20. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe, and also leave a comment down below if you, if you've ever purchased a console like this. Let me know, and let me know what else I should buy. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and have a great day.